There's a lot of things you can start. First, congratulations to Holy Cross. You know what I'm saying? I thought they played a very smart game. They made some timely shots. Thought we missed some timely shots, some free throws down the stretch. Simple things I thought beat us today. But you got to give them credit. I thought they were well coached. I thought the kids played with an edge and a toughness. I'm very, very grateful for our crowd that came out, in particular our students. Very, very excited about that. And hopefully they continue to stay there with us and believe in us as we're climbing this incredible mountain. I think it's a disappointing loss because I think our practices have been good. But as you're trying to teach men and rebuild a culture, it's important that you play with incredible intelligence. And I don't think we did. I don't think we played smart down the stretch. Bad fouls. We didn't block out. I believe we're up 2 on just a free throw block out. You know what I mean? So a lot of that's on me. So in the final points of the game, I got to do a better job teaching our men how to deal with that. And Holy Cross was excited to come in. Let's call it what it is. They're on the road in the Big East game, and this is their Super Bowl. And it definitely showed, right? They played with a little bit more energy, a little bit of enthusiasm, and I thought our men played content. So I got to do a way better job. I think we got our work cut out. But this is part of the process of development. This is part of the process of growing. These are the pains you got to go through, right? I think we played hard, but I'll say this every single time. When you play with intelligence and understanding and purpose, you're normally successful. When you play with, I want to be really careful with my words here. When you play with a lack of knowledge and you play haphazardly, you're not going to have success over the course of 40 minutes. Not happening. I thought we were weak today. I don't think we played with a chip today. I didn't think we were edgy today. We played complacent, we played arrogant, and we didn't play with a sense of purpose. But Holy Cross did. Give them credit. We're off tomorrow. We're prepared for 2 days. And I'm excited about this Gavitt game as the Big East is going to go into these Gavitt games, so we'll see what it is.
Go Patrick Stevens start and then Ron Bailey.
And their offensive rebounding, how much, I think they had 6, I think it was basically 50-50, their offensive rebounds to your defensive rebounds. Just how much of a concern, not just for tonight, but moving forward is that?
We're going to have to address that. That's one of the things we talked about. I think rebounding, regardless of your size, regardless of your talent, rebounding is a will and a want and an attitude. And right now, my team just don't have it. My team is relying on the shirt name. They're relying on Georgetown. They better rely on each other because we got our ass kicked on the glass. We will address that. I promise you we'll address that.
Next to Ron.
They deployed a gap-style defense second half, and it seemed to put you guys on your heels. Is that a fair assessment? Did you have problems attacking that gap-style defense?
I don't think we had problems attacking it. I just didn't think we played. I didn't think the ball moved. I think the ball stuck. I think we had 15 assists. We normally going to get 20 to 22 assists a game. I thought we took some really tough shots, especially coming down the stretch. Right, as bad as we played, I mean, we couldn't play the bad game. I couldn't have coached the worst game, right? We missed free throws, right? We had 2 fouls down the stretch where I believe they converted 3 out of 4, and the one that they missed, they turned into a 3, right? That to me is just not disciplined basketball, right? But it's one game. It really hurts, but there's a lot of basketball to be played, and there may be some more disappointment to come. But that's the part of development. That's the part of organizing, and just got to keep moving forward, man. I'm not going to feel sorry for ourselves. We'll get better.
Go to Marcus Washington and then John Tyrell.
What did you see from the sidelines with their success to be able to score in the paint? They had 16 by halftime. I think they ended up with 38, and it seemed like everywhere possible cuts.
Gross. It was a lack of toughness on my team's behalf. It was a lack of leadership on my team's behalf with respect to not coming together. I'm saying this again, defense and rebounding is a will and a want. When you have a team like that, you'll start to win games where you're not scoring the ball and the other team is playing really good defense. Because you got to give them credit. They forced us to miss, and they won the game. I don't want to take one thing away from Holy Cross. But we're not trying to compete against Holy Cross in the Big East. So that's a huge mountain for us to climb. Very, very disappointed in my team's energy, effort, and attitude. And that starts with me.
And you mentioned that the ball kind of started sticking there. Do you think that was just simply because of how tight the game was? It wasn't anything they were doing in particular?
No, we were just selfish. I mean, you know, we're not playing against the 5-slammer gem or the Georgetown team with the 84. That was just selfish basketball on my team's behalf. And that's not throwing them under the bus. That's just saying, hey, we got to get better and move the ball and move bodies.
John Titel from Hoops HD. When you face a red-hot scorer like Octave, what is your philosophy as a coach in terms of, do you just hope that the guy guarding him can take care of it, and if not, you try somebody else, or do you do a box and one or a double team or something else?
We wouldn't go a box in one. We had multiple people guarding him. We're going to play against a lot of players like him in the Big East. Longer, more athletic, shooter, driver, pros. That's the challenge, baby. That's why I'm sitting in this seat. And I want to make sure I take 1,000% credit for this loss. Coaches lose games, players win games. And I did a shitty job coaching my group today. And I'll do a better job come Wednesday night.
Ed, you've obviously preached patience for months now. In your other rebuilds, have you had moments like this, and how have you rebounded from them?
I've been in this business 30 years, son. This ain't the worst loss. This won't be the last loss. This is the pain of growth and development, right? Remember the first article you wrote? How many other bad articles have you had? Right? Not you personally, I'm saying you, the writer, to TV screen. So we all don't have good days. And this is part of the pain of growth and development. Everybody wants to win. Everybody that came out to see that today, I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of that. But sometimes there's disappointment, and in disappointment there's growth. There's opportunity for us to improve, right? And I know this entire room wanted us to win. I can feel it from you. You know what? Sometimes it just ain't right, and we got to get better for it.
You just mentioned you've been coaching a long time. Usually there's a couple things I look at, the kind of ingredients to losses. I'm looking at some irregularities here with, great three-point defense. Usually teams like Holy Cross, one of the ingredients is getting hot from deep. You guys had 4 turnovers. Are those unusual things that you're seeing?
The numbers say you should have won, right? So analytically, right, you should have won the game, which I agree. You outscore them by 18 from 3. You only turn the ball over 4 times. But if they're 20 for 34 from 2s and you're not, those analytics go out the door. So to me, I'm not an analytics coach. You either do it or you don't. There's no analytics on will, want, desire, passion, and effort. There's no analytic to that. You know what that's called? Recruiting. That's what that's called. That's called recruiting, right? So again, we'll go through this right now. We'll have our time. Give them a lot of credit, man. They came into a great arena. They got a game, and we got to get past it quick. We can't have a hangover from this because we got to go on the road to the Big Ten, and we're going to play in front of a sold-out house.
Yeah, Coach. One thing sticking out here is that you were outscored in the paint 38-18. How are you looking to rectify that moving forward?
Put somebody out there where we can get some stops in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Again, I've said this entire presser. Will and want. Will and want. Got to play with a little bit more sense of urgency and physicality. This is normally the DNA of our organizations about toughness, about commitment to defense, about commitment to unselfishness, and those things went out the window today for whatever reason.
Yeah, you mentioned at the beginning, the student section is pretty packed tonight. What are your thoughts and the support you've gotten from the Georgetown community so far?
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, and I heard for our community, to have that level of support to come out, and for us to play the way we played. That's where I thought we played content. I thought we played arrogant. I didn't think we didn't match the energy that was in the building. We didn't give the crowd a chance to get behind us the way we needed. Whenever you're in these games and you let teams hang around, anything's possible. A missed shot here, missed free throw, 3 ball, right? Here's the deal, guys. The sun's gonna come up tomorrow. This is not going to define what type of season we're gonna have, whether it's good or bad. I am gonna build a program built on resilience, and we're gonna build a program that everybody will be proud of. Not today, it's not today, and that's okay, right? But over the course of our tenure here, this room will have a lot of exciting times, and these questions will all be flipped in the other way. It's just not today. It may not be tomorrow, next week, or even this year, but it's about what we're building, the seeds that are in the ground. That tree is going to be built, and that fruit on that tree is going to be really, really sweet. It's just sour right now. I'm getting the hell out of here.
No,